So you've got frigate birds, you've got red-footed boobies and Nazca boobies up here, and then you have the brown noddies that tend to be on the rocks kind of lower down. And then of course you have the petrels, but they don't tend to go ashore.
Locally based marine scientist Dr. Alex Hearn is leading a group of researchers on a 12-day expedition that aims to take stock of and evaluate the status of the Galapagos Marine Reserve. "25 years ago, the government of Ecuador declared the Galapagos Islands and surrounding waters a marine protected area. And earlier this year, the reserve was expanded by almost 80%, making it almost double the size of mainland Ecuador. For the past week, I've been on board the research vessel Argo. Scientists have been using scuba and the onboard submarine to conduct their research. I'm not a scuba diver, so I've been on board ship all week, observing and filming all that happens on this intensely busy floating research platform. Today, however, I'm part of a small group that will go ashore.
Excited?
Very. I know it'll be fantastic. It's a beautiful day.
They're heading out to drop off Susie and Alberto on Fernandina, and they're going to be tagging flightless cormorants and penguins to look at their foraging movements offshore, and also looking at some turtle foraging sites as well.
The convergence of ocean currents, stable weather, very remote location, 1,000 kilometers off the coast of Ecuador, and the fact that the islands are relatively young are all factors that make the fauna and flora of the Galapagos unique and extremely interesting. It is difficult for new species to reach the islands, and once there, they can't move easily between them. This means that they are forced to change or adapt to local conditions in isolation. This is why the island group's most famous visitor, Charles Darwin, was able to find answers to two of his most burning questions. Why are there so many different species on Earth? And how did they become so diverse? In the Galapagos, he was able to witness the processes among the finch populations on the different islands. And his answers, evolution and natural selection, have gone down in history. We land on the rocky southeastern shore of Fernandina Island. Marine iguanas scuttle away over the lava rocks. The sea lions on the beach pay us very little attention. Today's research team is led by Dr. Susana Cadenas, and she will start to tag and to take samples from two endemic bird species. The Galapagos flightless cormorant has over generations adapted to local conditions, which prioritize diving and swimming skill over flight. And Galapagos penguins are the only penguin species found anywhere near the equator. I leave Susana and local park ranger Alberto Proane to their work. Marine iguanas cover a whole corner of the beach and a big part of the rocky shore. Like most species on the island, they hardly bother to move at my approach. With that stern expression and dinosaur-like appearance, it's easy to think of this as a fearsome creature. But in fact, this is a gentle herbivore that lives on underwater algae and seaweed. This makes it the only lizard on Earth that spends time in the ocean. The salt crystals on its head are explained by the fact that it ingests salt water while feeding, which is then expelled back on land, where it will sneeze it out. And just like Darwin's famous finches, marine iguanas have spread to almost all of the islands, each of which hosts a population with unique characteristics. The iguanas move down to the water and slip off into the waves to forage, where my underwater colleagues will film them. I head back across the rocks on my way to the beach, when an unusual movement catches my eye. It's a beautiful, almost 1.5 meter long, endemic Galapagos snake. This non-poisonous reptile lives on locusts, lizards, young birds, and occasionally a baby iguana. And like so many other species, there are local endemic populations on at least 4 of the islands. Galapagos fur seals are sharing the afternoon sun with the iguanas. As evening approaches, the fur seal pup starts to call for its mother. She calls back, and soon it's getting its evening meal. The Argo has caught up with us, and the light will soon be gone. It's time for me to catch up with Susanna and Alberto, to go back on board and prepare for another day in this special place.